All right, so today we found at Walmart single pack Transformers Botbots. They come in a little red ball packaging like this. If you're looking for them, you said I haven't heard about any of the larger packs being spotted at retail yet, but Walmart has started to get these single packs. There's 24 in all in these Series 1 blind packs. There's a cheat code list. I'll post an actual list of the characters in the video description, but there are some photos that have like pictures of what each one is as well. So they come in these little blind pack boxes. All these have been opened, but if you know what you're looking for, like for example, I think this one is 17. So 17 is Frostferatu. He was one of the ones I was looking for. But they are codes. They are all numbered. And if you look down here on the packaging, and I don't know if you can kind of see it there. Let's see if we can't focus and get this in frame. You can kind of see right there. It almost looks handwritten. And it's hard to see. Like, it took me a little bit to see the actual top of the 7. But right there, you see what looks like 2 hash marks. It actually says 17. I don't know if you can see the... There you go. There you can see the top of the 7. But like, it almost looks hand scrawled here. But it's generally right here in this area between this one toy and the Hasbro logo on these packages. There's a little etched number that will correspond with the toy inside, again, according to the list. Also, if you pull this tab, you don't even have to rip open the paper because there's also the paper seal. You'll also see 17. Oh, I didn't refocus that properly. There we go. You'll also see 17 right here on the paper. Now, that's great for after you've bought it, or if you're if you're going to buy it and you just want to double check that this is the one you've got. Again, you can lift this tab. Now, it won't always work because sometimes it will be hidden off to the side and underneath the packaging. I had a couple that were like that. I bought all of them before I did any of the using these codes before I did any of the interior checking. Because like I said, technically you can lift this up and not break this seal and still have it as a product, but a lot of stores are going to frown on you doing that, and it's just kind of bad etiquette. Especially with, again, some of these I had to turn on the flashlight on my phone and shine it in this corner to really get a good idea of what this number was supposed to be, but there are little etched numbers right in here that will tell you what character is inside, as well as sometimes if you're lucky it'll be right here in this revealed window, but it can be off in one of these edges because you can see where the whole circle of paper actually is. And if it's off to the side here, you're gonna have to start tearing up the packaging. So that's not a way of doing it unless you're just checking at home after you've paid for them, because I don't imagine stores are gonna be super happy with you doing that. But anyway, that's how they come packaged. This was Frostferatu was correct, but I bought 6 of them and every code matched up with the cheat sheet. So as of right now, I know that there have been like some Lego series and stuff where codes have changed halfway through our one. So, but right now it seems to be working on what's at Walmart. But anyway, they're back in. They're not on the shelves with Transformers. They're not on the shelves with the Smashers and the other blind baggy junk that is taking up, you know, and the toilet troops and the whatevers. Well, I guess they would be toilet, you know what I mean. Toilet gang, grocery gang, and all that stuff. The ones that have been found at Walmart so far, the single packs, they're in the stocking stuffer bins. Like, Walmart has these displays of, hey, here's some stuff you can, you know, cheat. The current signage this year is like Light Up Christmas or something like that. So if you see these little rows of bins, look around, because you'll find there's some Beyblade stuff, some the Poopkin things that they did earlier this year, little boys and girls toys. They do it every year, and sometimes they're up front right near the non-grocery entrance. If you have a larger Walmart, I found these, the Walmart I found, and I've seen some of those bins up front at Walmart and didn't find them. I did find these in the bins that were actually set up by the toys in the Walmart where I found these at. So there's a couple different places to look for them, but they are showing up in those little. And if you don't have them yet, don't worry, because I've been looking for a few days and I've hit like 4 different Walmarts and finally found them today. They are just starting to trickle out, but they are showing up in those. Hey, come check out, get some cheap stuff for stockings at Walmart. So that's where to look for. Anyway, these are the 6 I got. And they all came with little individual instruction sheets. I'm going to do Sup Dawg here. I'm not going to show all of them, but they all come with individual instruction sheets with their team art. And he's part of the Greaser Gang, which is the Fried Foods coalition here. But they come with individual instructions. And then you get a mini version of the checklist poster on the other side. I may actually convert to one of these as my checklist because it's a little smaller and easier to fold up than the instructions that come with the larger Botbots. But they each have their individual instructions packed in with that. But anyway, like I said, I got a few that I was like, oh, that looks cool, I'll pick that up. Just because I saw the number, I checked the list, and it's like, oh, that is one I wouldn't mind having. And I grabbed it. The ones I were looking for the most, and I got them, were these 2. Cocoa Crazy, who's a little mug of hot cocoa with marshmallows, and Frostferatu, the red velvet cupcake. We also got Sup Dawg, the corn dog. Stinkasaurus Rex, for whatever reason, he's a plant of some kind. He's actually apparently part of the toilet troop and not part of the Shedheads like Rootwing here. Shedheads is like the plant gardening area. But whatever, Frostferatu, while he should be a Sugar Shock, is technically a lost bot. I think he's with the Sugar Shocks, maybe? He's with the Greaser Gang. And Totes Magotes is, I can't remember. His name is Totes Magotes. I totally just glossed that over with that sentence. Yeah, I got him. I thought it was maybe 17 upside down. I forgot they went over 20. It was actually 24 in this set. So I thought his number was 21. And when I looked at it, I'm like, maybe that's a 17, but I was looking at it upside down, and I was like, well, worst case scenario, I end up with 2 Frostferatus. I'd rather have a backup just in case one of these numbers is wrong. One of them was, but it was Totes Magotes, and I'm totally down with Totes Magotes. I like his name. But anyway, these are a great little set of dudes. We'll get to the best 3 in a minute. Let's start off with Stinkasaurus Rex. He's a plant, and then you just flip this piece up, flip up his face, put them on my face, lift up his face like this, and then you can kind of lift this. If you want to have him walk on all 4s, you can, but you kind of lift up there's little T-Rex arms, and there he is. He's a little Stinkasaurus Rex. So you just lift him up, and then he will stand on just those back feet. So a little boxy dinosaur. Rootwing, he's actually pretty cool. He's a pretty decent looking little tree here in a pot, or a bush or something in a pot. But you flip this down back here, open up these, like the canopy actually, and these are actually on ball joints, so you can kind of bring them down. He's got actual wings here coming out the back. He's more of a wyvern than a dragon. But and flip these down so he can stand up. And he actually can support himself. You have to fiddle with him a little bit, but he can support himself on those feet even with the tail fully down and extended. And he gets to be a little dragon, or a wyvern, I guess, like I said. So there's our plant dudes. Totes Magotes. Here he is as a tote bag. Maybe a tackle box. No, I'm pretty sure it's a tote bag. You just pop his head up like that. He's got a cool little face. Flip out his feet from underneath and pull his arms out. He's got some little nice orange detail on his front. He's a little harder to stand because he's got tiny feet. But there's Totes Magotes. Moving on to the big 3. Like I said, I wasn't sure. The corn dog was not one I was actively looking for, but after I saw a couple pictures, I decided to like him. So here's Sup Dawg. And you just lift up his little helmet just to reveal his face. Kind of a hot shoddy helmet face. There's a couple grooves here on the back that you can use to really pop his arms out. He's got some ketchup here. So it actually does kind of look like a hot dog, hot shot corn dog. So do that and then just split his legs. And there is Sup Dawg. He stands pretty well too. I like Sup Dawg. Frostferatu, a red velvet cupcake. He's actually very simple. He's like, you can see the ball joints back here. Red velvet cupcake, and you just kind of pull these down and then lift them up. You can pull them straight out, but like the way this ridge catches, it's a whole lot easier if you just kind of angle it down and then flip it up and around. But just angle his little bat wings however you want. Lift his arms forward. That's all there is to him. But he's a little vampire bat cupcake with hypnotic eyes. You heard me, hypnotic. That's the word. Frostferatu. Like I said, he and Coco were the two I was. He was the main one I was after originally, and then I saw this guy. So here's Coco Crazy. Like I said, got a little dent in the mug, but whatever. Little handled mug with some marshmallows. Just lift up his arms. Rotate his body around so his happy little face comes out. His marshmallows rotate with him. And then flip his feet down. And just kind of angle his arms down however you want. And there's Coco Crazy. I love him. Is he better than Peaugh? I don't know. They may be tied, but definitely a favorite. So yeah. That's pretty much from this way to that way, my favorite. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe I put him here and Totes Magotes here. Totes Magotes, I won't lie. Totes Magotes is skating by a lot on his name. But I also kind of dig his color scheme. But yeah, from this direction, like this might be my favorite down to my least favorite. I like all of them. Like of the 24 that were out there, these are the 6 I bought. So don't take that he's over here on this side as, oh, he sucks. He doesn't suck. I specifically chose to pay for him. He didn't come in a pack. So I like all of them. I just think that that's my ranking of best to least favorite of these 6. If I had to do it. But anyway, so that's the blind bag situation. Good luck if you're hunting at Walmart. Keep an eye out. Don't give up if you don't see them the first time. Like I said, it took me several days and 4 or 5 different Walmarts before I found them. So keep looking. They are hitting. Use those codes. Again, I'll put the list down in the video description. I've also put the photos of both the text list and the pictured list on my Twitter. So if you go, it's just twitter.com/peaugh. Same name, Peaugh. You can see, you can get those pictures for yourself, and or just search them. I found them online. I can't remember if I found them on Cybertron or TFW, but like I just did a search for bot codes, and they came up. So they're out there. But anyway, there are some of the single pack Botbots from Walmart. I guess they'll be available everywhere soon. And like I said, they're really fun. I like them.